that song. You know the one I'm talking about, right? We Found Love by Rihanna. Here's a question for you. Which part of that song was I whistling just now? Was it the verse? Was it the chorus? Was it the second verse? You don't know, do you? And do you know why? Because it is exactly the same musical phrase over and over again. Go back maybe like 10 years. That's when all the boy bands and Britney Spears and all of them were at the top of their games. And not to imply that they are actually artistically more valid, because they are equally overproduced, but the people who do the overproducing and the songwriting put a lot more time and effort into the older ones. Here's usually how a pop song is written, with a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, which is the important part, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. So let's think about I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. The main part of verse 1 is
You are my fire, the one desire.
So that little thing is most of verse 1. So that plays out and we get to
I want it that way,
which is our pre-chorus, which is completely a separate phrase from verse 1. Then we go into the chorus.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why.
So do you hear how this chorus is completely different from the pre-chorus and the verse? If you think about it, each one of these sections can get stuck in your head quite easily. Where if you think about We Found Love, it's just that one part over and over and over again. So that's how you can tell. Here's your verse.
Yellow diamonds in the light, our diamonds side by side.
So it does that. Then we have our little pre-chorus.
The way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go.
Okay? Then chorus.
We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place.
That's our chorus, which is the same thing as the verse. Then we go into verse 2, which is literally verse 1 repeated, and then the chorus again. So 4 of these parts are all the same musical phrase. Do you see the difference? Now, here's a question for you. Why do we have these really well thought out hooks circa 2000 and the dribble that gets pushed out now? I have 2 words for you. Ryan Tedder. 2 of the most popular songs in 2007 were Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis and Apologize by One Republic. Now both of these songs are written and or co-written by Ryan Tedder of One Republic. And these songs are very different from the well thought out I Want It That Way, because instead of it having each of these very specifically well thought out hooks, Apologize has a very boring verse. That's not what gets stuck in your head. That's not what you're going to be kicking yourself for singing, right? It's the chorus.
I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late.
And repeat, repeat, repeat. So this is what songwriters like to call anthemic, which pretty much means it's repetitive, but it's a strong sentiment. It's too late to apologize. So he could get away with that kind of minimalism. Now also, I bring up Bleeding Love, which he also wrote, is another anthemic song, because the only part you're going to remember is those 3 notes.
Keep bleeding, keep bleeding love.
And those songs were humongous hits in all of 2007. I know what I'd be thinking if I were you. Okay, it's one guy from one band. Chill out. And it wouldn't be a problem, except for the fact that he writes and produces everybody. He's worked with Cobra Starship, Kelly Clarkson, Pussycat Dolls, Jennifer Lopez, Colby Calais, Carrie Underwood, Beyonce, Natasha Bedingfield, Maroon 5, Jay-Z, Far East Movement, Bo Sparks, B.O.B., James Blunt. What? Gym Class Heroes, Adele of all people. He's everywhere, and now we have literally 3-note hooks in our pop songs.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you lift your hair gets me overwhelmed. But when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know you're beautiful.
3 notes. So just think about that. The next time you have one of these pop songs floating around in your head and you're wondering why there's no good music anymore, that's why. It's Ryan Tedder's fault, and I hate him. Later.
Tell me